Hi, everybody. Thanks all for coming today. I would like to introduce Dr. Xiaozan Wang, who will be our speaker today to talk about research on comprehensive behavioral intervention and physical activity among children and adolescents in China. Dr. Wang received her doctoral degree in 2005 with a Doctor of Human Kinesiology from East China Normal University. And actually, she was a visiting scholar here at WVU in 2008 and 2009. So we've known Dr. Wang for a long time. She is the former dean of the College of Physical Activity and Health at East China Normal University. She's held numerous appointments on international organizations. She's received many different awards and honors as a result of her teaching and research. I could go in and list the books and book chapters that she's written, but she needs to talk for a little while, and I would be taking a lot of time doing that. But she's a very accomplished scholar with areas of research related to curriculum of physical education and teaching reform, learning evaluation of physical education teacher education, physique monitoring and management of adolescents, learning interests of physical education. So with that, I would like to turn the floor over to a very distinguished scholar and a good friend of CPASS and WVU, Dr. Wang.
Okay. Hi. Good morning, everybody. Yeah.
Good morning.
Okay. Thank you for being here and listening my presentation. And so I'm Xiaozan Wang, and so thank you, Jack, and introduce me. So I'm come from the College of Physical Education and Health in China Normal University in Shanghai. So you know Shanghai is a financial center like New York in US. Okay, so today I'm very glad to be here and present my research. And thank you, Jack, to invite me to do the presentation. And now my presentation is about the research on comprehensive behavioral intervention of physical activity among children and adolescents in China. My presentation has the four parts. The first is introduction. The first I want to introduce my university is China Normal University is in Shanghai, and so in our university is we have the 19 colleges and 52 departments and 67 undergraduate program and 126 doctor programs, 177 master programs, like etc. So about my college. In China, we had the rank. So my college is the top 3 in China, the physical education and sports this area. Yeah, so we are very proud of our college. So we had more than 500 undergraduate students, more than 100 master students, and more than 50 doctor students. So our faculty has 101. Okay. So the part 2 is WVU. Like the Jack introduced, I spent 2 years in WVU, and so stay in here from the 2008, and I spent 2008 and 2009 in WVU. That's I think it's a wonderful life. 2 years life for me. So the time is go very fast. Now it's 2018. So we all meet the professors and the scholars about 10 years. So we have a 10 years friendship. So in WVU, in that 2 years, I want to see the first I learned my English. So maybe you can feel it. My English is not good. Actually, I want to let you know when I came here, I almost can't speak English. Just one sentence. The one sentence is nice to meet you. Okay. So now I have to introduce my English teacher is Dr. Lynn Hausner. he is not only my professor or advisor, but also my English teacher. So I remember 2008 when I met him. So he taught me the first English sentence is how can answer if somebody says thank you. He gave me the 4 answers. One is okay, you're welcome. The second is that's right. The third one is no problem. The fourth one is no big deal. Yeah. So okay, the 4 answers is for me. So I'm very glad. So because now I can speak a little bit, maybe many wrong, but I can try that all of you can understand what I said. So in here, I do my first English presentations. Then Xiaozan always push me, give me many tasks. So I present in the conference, and I remember I have one time presenting in Jack's class, introduce the Chinese activities. Okay, so every time when I prepare the presentations, I almost spend 1 month. But after each presentation, I feel my English get better. Okay, so the third one is in WVU from Ling. I exposure to Spark curriculum, but I don't know all students if not is a PT program or not. From PT? Yeah. Okay, so maybe somebody know the Spark. Okay, so I met Spark in the 2008, and actually, finally, I translate all the Spark's K22 or 3 to 6 to China. Now public Chinese in China, so like that. And but finally now we made the Chinese curriculum like the KTAL. That's because from the Spark the idea give us some idea, so that we made the KTAL curriculum in China. So and the other wonderful thing is I get my drive license in here. So Xiaozan taught me. Yesterday I talked with Jack. Xiaozan taught me like 90%, and Jack taught me the 10%. Just before one day, I take the driver license test. The key skills is Jack. Okay, is Jack taught me. Okay, so let me get a very good performance for this test. And I bought my first car. So that is the beginning of my wonderful life. It's because I can drive. You know, in America, if you can't drive no car, it's Okay. So finally, after I bought my car, Lane Xiaozan always push me out. He said, want me go everywhere. So finally, I drive across the 40 states, and so drove to Alaska one time. So that is a wonderful trip. I spent 2 summer and 1 winter vacation, so do that. So this is why I said wonderful life with WVU. And so when I came here, I stayed after 1 semester. I looked for the English family because I want to let my English get better. So finally, Xiaozan helped me to introduce the Cheryl Tosney. In that time, she is the associate provost of WVU. And actually, he is the English professor. So that is very good for me. Okay, and stayed with her family 8 months and cook for them 8 months. Yeah, so I'm very happy they all love my food. So this is why Xiaozan made a restaurant with me. He said I can cook, he can eat, and he just accounting. Okay, yeah. So after Cheryl Tosney moved to other university, and so I moved to Kingwood. Yeah. Kingwood is stay in the Lane Xiaozan's mobile house in the mountain. So that is the very different life in there because you know in the dark, in the night is very dark. So every day after I come back to home, I just very hurry to knock the door, the car door, and enter the room. So I will not go out in the night, so because it's very dark. But it's, in the day, it's beautiful in the mountain. So that is, I stayed there like the 6 or 7 months in there. Okay. And so after I come back to China, it's about the end of 2009. We do some job with WVU. The very big is the 2011. So ECU and WVU, we hold the World Conference on Physical Education and Sports, Challenges and Future Directions. That time I remember the dinner and the Sam Bolger and Emily so Gordano, I think had Freud. Yeah, so many staff, many faculty professors had been to ECNU. I think that is a great conference in the. So after that, maybe next year we will make the other international conference. So later I will send out the flyers. Okay, and like the current research, like today I will present many ideas is from 2008 and 2009. I stay here and then learn from the WVU. So give me many ideas, etc. So that before my present, I have to introduce myself and I and the WVU's the relationship. Okay, the part 3 is intervention background. Yeah, so I think everybody to know. In the global children and the adolescent lack physical activities. So here has the data, like in USA, and the last in the one generations in like the 40 years. So the physical activity download like 32%, but in China is half generations download is 45%. That is terrible. So we see that is a risk to slow down. Yeah, many countries all slow down because of the less physical activity. Yeah, so this is the pictures. I think these pictures, everybody all know that. Yeah, lacking physical activity becomes common in children. Yeah, so here has videos. Is not from me. Is the international promotion plan. So that is this video. It just asks the children if give you 5 years more, what do you want to do? Yeah.
I probably would make a time machine. I would make medicine for the sick. I'd probably invent something new.
我会赢到5个总冠军戒指。
If I could have an extra 5 years to live.
You said 5, right?
5 years. It's a long time.
I would try to fix everything I did bad.
I would bring my uncle back because I miss him very much.
I would get more hamsters.
I would probably want to go looking for dark matter. I think I'd go looking for aliens. If I could live an extra 5 years.
I was thinking about making like a helicopter, like a wooden helicopter, but I don't have any wood.
I want to go check out the moon sometime.
I'd probably teach my sister not to hate tuna.
I would try and invent a machine that lets you run at light speed.
If I had 5 more extra years to live,
I would be the boss of all the chipmunks.
eu cantaria na frente de 1 milhão de pessoas.
I don't really know. I think I'd do anything. Why are you asking me that?
Okay, sorry, because I forgot to change the language from the Chinese to English. Why we ask them like that? Because the big data from all over the world said if now the kids not to do the positive activities, maybe the how can say is a
Lifespan.
yeah lifespan. Okay, lifespan maybe less 5 years from the parent. Yeah, that is that tell us. So that is terrible. Yeah, that is before is from the global data or reality. But now in China, we can see is like the mental stress, sedentary behavior, insufficient physical activity, etc. So that is the many problems in health of Chinese children and adolescents. So maybe you know in China the kids always work for the academic lesson or like that. So the parents always pay attention to the academic performance. So let more and more kids know activities. That is terrible. Yeah, before Lin told me 20 years or 30 years ago, he came to China, went to China first time. The Chinese kids are not fat, no fat. But 2010, when he came back to China, he found, yeah, some kids be fat. So that is the trend. So the reality in China, here is the data from my research. Yeah, so we found the physical education, physical activity level doesn't increase with age. There is observes downward trend girls. You can see that because the blue one is a boy, the red one is a girl. You can see doesn't increase with age. Yeah, but the girl is terrible. Okay, so and here has the data from the Monday to Friday. You can see the Monday to Friday the physical activity is increased. But this data we select many weeks, not 1 week. The many weeks, but we found that each Monday is the lowest, each Friday is the highest. So I look for the reasons. Yeah, maybe in the weekend the parents. Yeah, parents always want kids sit down to do the academic homework. So very, very few the physical activities. So in the school is okay. Each day is get higher, but 2 days weekend so get down. Yeah, this is we found that student daily physical activity level is generally low in weekend. So this is why the Monday the physical activity level is very low. The third one is sedentary behaviors is a common phenomenon, and it has an irregular time distribution. So we can see that is from 8 years old until the 18 years old in this 10 years age. So we can find that from the 8 until the 11, yeah, boys and girls all increase their sedentary time. That is in the elementary school. Still the sedentary behaviors is higher. But we can find in the 15, this age, 15 is I think is 8, okay, 8 or 9 grade. Yeah, so this is the lowest sedentary behavior time. Yeah, this is why maybe that is we can see in China when kids from the middle school to high school, we have the PE examination, PE test. So every kid should pass the PE test, then go to the high school. So in this year, students or they should do many activities. Yeah, so otherwise they can't pass the test. So this age is the best. But after this age, when they enter the high school, you can see, yeah, go quickly, yeah, increase quickly. So that is that. And the fourth result, we can see these 4 tables, indicators of students' physical fitness have obvious great difference, and they fluctuate with great growth, and all through appear in the 5th grade, 6th grade, or 9th grade. Yeah. Okay. In this, you see in this 2 point is 2 point is from elementary school to middle school. The other is from middle school to high school. You see that is before the. This is before the middle school. Before the middle school, before the high school. So you can see all the fitness is the lowest. Yeah. So that is the background of this result. So now I want to introduce the intervention model. So from this background, I will think how can increase the kids' physical activity level and reduce the secondary behavior. So we made the model. This model has 7 elements. Yeah, one is universal access. The second one is age appropriate. The third one is dosage and the duration. The fourth one is fun. And the fifth one is incentives and motivation. The sixth is feedback to kids. The seventh is about coach and teachers. We should get the best, good coach and teachers like that. So this 7, because from the 2010, we worked with Nike company. Okay, so they had the plan is designed to move. Means we should design the activities, and so these activities have this 7 elements that push the students or kids, push them to the physical activity. Yeah. So from that element, we made the framework. Include the 5 parts. First one is the KTAL curriculum. So before I talk, I said I have some ideas from Spark, because in 2008 when I was here, I met the Spark. So yeah, I think that is useful for key teachers. Yeah. But from the 2013, we start to build the KTAL curriculum. What is KTAL? That is know it, do it, love it. And somebody use other KTAL. K is keeping, D is daily, L is life. Yeah, keeping daily life. Yeah, so this is the KTAL. The meaning. The second one is active school. The active school includes the exercise 1 hour per day. In China has this policy. This policy is from the National Education Ministry. So every case, every day have to do the 1 hour physical activity. So every school should figure out that. And the other one is a brain break in academic classes. So in my experimental schools, many schools use that. So in China, each lesson more than 40 minutes. So that is long for the elementary school student. Yeah, so we suggest the academic teachers. So if after they teach the 20 minutes and let the students stand up, and this idea is still from here. Yeah, I see when I attend the conference, each the 40 minutes or 50 minutes, everybody stand up and do the activities. So I use this for the elementary school because the kids, they can't pay attention to long time. Yeah, so they can dance or active 3 minutes, then sit down, do the other. So we call this, brain break. Yeah, and the other is faculty health promotion. So in the active school, we not only pay attention to the kids' health, but also the faculty's health. Yeah, because if teachers not be health, that they will not give the students the health behaviors, more health behaviors suggestion. So like that, so we still pay attention to faculty's health. Yeah, the third part is the school-family interaction. The school-family interaction, this idea still from when I stay here. I've met some parents' activities in here. So I said that is a good idea. So in China, I bring this idea to China, and so every school look for the parent volunteers, because before I know the Jack, be the volunteers for his kids, school. Yeah, okay, I think that is very good. Yeah, and parent-child activities. So each Sunday I brought my students is like first-year students, second-year students, the college students. Even they can't teach the class, but they can play with kids. So we go to the schools and help the school do the parent-child activity. So that. And family cooperation incentive project. Yeah, in the schools we have this. Yeah, this is the third part. The fourth part is sports smart monitoring. Yeah, we had some stuff production about the monitoring. So we use that in the PE lesson, and out of PE lesson, like extra curriculum. Before we said that each day we have 1 hour physical activity, so we still can monitor about that, and know if not the kids do it, and the daily activity monitoring. Yeah, so use this technology. The fifth one is the principal's challenge program. Yeah, because I know in America has the program is a president challenge program. So I move this idea and to China is to the school. You know, the kids always know their principal. The president in China is too far from us, but principal is closely. So use the principal's Chinese program. Yeah, we can build the health champion, health elite, health talent, health expert. So let more kids feel success in this program. Yeah. So this is the action framework, and here has some pictures. This is a KTAL Curriculum. This is a brand new curriculum. Next month it will publish. Yeah, we spent 5 years work for this. Yeah, here because yesterday the Jack talked with me about. He said maybe the students or faculties interested in about the Chinese physical activity. In China, each day has each morning has 30 minutes. The physical activity everybody should do together. Each morning has 30 minutes, and each afternoon has other 30 minutes. So like that. I will let you see, but it is long. I will do the curriculum.
管城运河小学，学校占地面积4200多平方米。 我校利用有限的空间，分年级、分方
I
块，
move
因地
quickly,
制宜
so
进行内容丰富。
Yeah, go out. That is. So about that in the morning 10 a.m. like now this time. Yeah. That is very organized. Okay. No. You can see it everywhere. Okay. bridge. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, it's because the Jack talked about, maybe I think maybe you're interested in how do they do in China? Every morning, you say do the every morning. It's very different with America. Very different. Yeah. So Chinese PE teachers work very hard. Okay.
Were the people wearing yellow, were those like the PE teachers, like that were leading the groups?
Yes, it's mostly PE teachers and some is academic teachers.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody should go out.
Yeah.
Not only students, the teachers should play with the kids. Like here is the brain break. Okay. Okay. We use the brain break. So this is all students. So the college student made that. Okay, so. Okay, so that is all students. I let my student do many 3-minute stuff, and so put on our website. And every school, so they can download that and let students play in the academic lessons like that. So, and now the PE teachers use this idea to the middle school. We can let elementary school students do this in the academic class, but we can't use this in the middle school and the high school. Yeah, but the PE teachers talk this with parents. Let parents do this in home. So told parents like this, or the middle school, high school students like this. The middle school students talk parents. They have to after students do the homework like 40 minutes. The parents should ask them do the activity, and the parents do with them together. Yeah. So this is the kids is younger than him. Okay, they play this all family, yeah, and take picture, send to the PE teachers, and let PE teachers know they do it in home. Yeah, okay. So is the brain break. This is brain break in family. Okay, so this is the faculty health program. Yeah, in the elementary school, they all the academic teachers, not only PE teachers. Okay, here this is the parent-child activity. In this activity, all of my students do the volunteers for this. And we ask the father come. The father is more 影响是 active. Effect. Yeah, father's behaviors is more effect for kids. But family you see mostly is mothers. Yeah, so where is the father? We always ask. Yeah, in China, the mother, so take care of the kids mostly is mother's job. But father do this not very well. But we ask, if father can come, we can do, 优先. 就是爸爸来了优先. Sorry, my English not good. The my students help me. Okay, if the fathers can come, so they can get the ticket first. Yeah, we can do for all the family in the whole school. Yeah, so just each week just can do like 80 families. So like that, but mostly is mother. Okay, that is the question. So we still look for the parent volunteers like Jack Watson. Yeah, do the coach for your kids. Yeah, now this is not PE teachers. He is not PE teacher. He is a parent. But his soccer, the skill is very well. Before he is in our national team. So he would like to do that, very interested in it. He want to spend time for kids, work for kids. So that is very good. Because in China, all the schools, the PE teachers are not enough. So we can ask the volunteers, parent volunteers. So this is the parent too, yeah, the father. Okay, so this is the PE lesson monitoring. This is a product from my lab. Yeah, in my lab we made this. And so we can see the heart rate in each PE lesson. Like you can see here. Yeah, you can see here this area is each student, the heart rate. Yeah, we can see. And the different color means the high or lower. Like the red one is higher. And so if the color is gray, is lower. So teachers can use this and change the activity level in class. Use this. So or use the tech knowledge to do that. Yeah, this is the. You see? Yeah, we can make this and. You can see. Yeah, so we made many stuff like that, and so each if the light here has light, the student tap there and the light gone. So like that. So the data can do our platform. Yeah, so we made the big data platform. Yeah, so we can select the many data. Yeah, like this framework all over the country now, we got the more than 20 provinces and cities, and more than 400 primary school or secondary school and kindergartens, and more than 400,000 students in all this project. Yeah, so more and more principals come to join our project. Yeah, now I think we did very well. Yeah, so okay, they all leave house now, the teachers, because last night I look for the teachers' picture. Yeah, and so I want to. This is the last one. I want to do more cooperation between the ECU and the WVU. Yeah, we have some idea. Some we do with the other universities, but I still want to do with the WVU. Like the 3+2 program, that is for undergrad students. Our students, all your students, mostly is our students, because if you go to China, very few English class. But our students, if they can do the 3 years undergrad student and come to the US, do the 2 years for master student. Yeah, that is 3+2. And the other is 1+2 program is for master students. Our master student can spend 1 year in China, the 2 years in America. So finally, they can got 2 master's degree, one from our university, one from the American university degree, like that. So this is the one idea. The other idea is a student internship program. Yeah. So now we do with the the University of North Texas, is South Connecticut State University, like that. So our students, undergraduate students, when they was 4th year, I sent them to here to America. They spend 1 semester in here and do some practice with the American students in the schools. Yeah, do this and this is a teach practice. And also, the American student can go to our university. I will let them enter the Chinese schools. They can, your students can teach PE class by English, needn't by Chinese. Because the English in China, especially in Shanghai, every kids all know English. So now, so you can teach PE class by English. So they exchange the student. Yeah, that is the second one. The third one is the cooperation for researchers. So like before, part 2, part 3, part 4, as I introduce our research, do that. I want to look for your faculty, can do with us. Or the other, like the Xiaozan is sports management, but I'm not sports management, but Gao Qiang, you know Gao. Yeah, that is sports management. So maybe we can do together. Yeah, so the fourth one is exchanging students and faculties. So like me, I'm the visiting scholars here. With you, if you have faculty interesting or you have the students interesting, you can spend 1 semester or 2 semesters in China. Yeah, we can host. Like all students can come here, so do the exchange, etc. So I hope we can do more cooperation. Like last year, we will make the conference, the new conference. Hopefully you can come back. Yeah, I can. We will try our best to host you. Yeah. So like Lee Hausner before the 2012. Yeah, he came to our university many times and do the presentation. And one time he sing the song on the stage. Yeah, I think he's a very good singer. My students love him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we do everything. Our goal is to make students a new generation to enjoy physical activity and realize the potential in life. This is our goal. Yeah. Okay, that's all. Thanks for listening. Thank you very much. Yeah. Do you have questions?
Do we have any specific questions for Dr. Wang?
Yeah. Okay.
You mentioned that there is a required physical activity test in high school for students. What does that entail?
What means?
What
is
does-
for
what-
the
what is-
for the test?
What does that test look like?
That
And
is
what happens if someone does not do well?
questions. Okay. Yeah. Before they enter the high school, every student in China should pass the test. Pass the test like the running, jumping, throwing, like that. So mostly it's for fitness. Okay. So not for the sports. That is a very hard test.
And if they do not pass?
Actually, mostly pass.
Okay.
But this is why in the 15 years old, if they not do every day, maybe can't pass. Yeah. Okay.
And what happens if they do not pass?
Yeah, can't enter high school.
Cannot enter high school?
Yeah. In China, is elementary school and the middle school. Everybody has opportunity, but high school not everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then actually in Korea we have the similar things. So how many sit-ups you can do in 1 minute, and then running in 100 meter.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of classify them into first group, second group, etc. And then if you fall in the last group, you need to try until you pass. You will pass it. You will go to the high school, but you need to do it until you get to it. So
maybe the Asian style. Okay. Yeah.
What about, maybe you mentioned this, but it came late. What about the food inside the schools? Do the children eat in the schools? They bring their own lunches? Who controls nutrition?
Okay. That is up to the which level. If the high school, some students stay in the school, live in the school, so they have to eat in the school. They have a cafeteria. Yeah. If the elementary school or middle school, they all eat in the in the city, the condition very good. So school will give them the food. But in the not in city, yeah, should the student carry on?
Bring them.
Yeah, bring that. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
with some of the changes that you've been trying to make at the national level, what have you done to try to bring teachers up to speed? So are you going out into the schools and doing workshops with teachers
Yeah.
to train them in the new curriculum?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Actually, every year we do many times. It's for different regions, different provinces. Yeah. Sometimes we have the national training. So very good teachers, the government will send them to our university for like 10 or 15 days for train them. And sometimes we go out to the province like that. Yeah, so different level, the national level, province level, yeah, like that. Okay. Do you have questions? Yeah, so I have the small gift if somebody wants. Yeah, you can come.